Welcome to College Essay Academy. This series will take you through all phases of the college essay writing process from brainstorming through the final polish, offering helpful tips and tricks along the way. Feel free to pause between sections to give attention to each step in the process as it's discussed. Or watch the entire series to get a broad overview before sitting down to tackle that first brainstorm. And of course, you can come back to these videos anytime you like for a quick refresher, or an extra injection of cat-related college essay humor, because yes, that is coming. Let's get started. The very first step in writing a winning college essay is gaining a true understanding of why the college essay is important. In other words, why are you watching this video? Most likely you're here because you need to write a college essay and don't know where to start. Should you read 1,000 essays of former applicants taking notes on the merits of each one? Or make a list of all your greatest accomplishments as dictated by your 95-year-old grandmother? She has a lot of positive things to say. Or scale to the top of Mount Olympus to consult an oracle who can see your perfect topic through the haze of time? Should you sit and stare at your computer for the next 45 minutes in a state of sheer panic, wondering how you'll ever get through the daunting task of trying to distill your entire life and its meaning into 650 poignant words that will immediately make an admissions officer want to adopt you as his or her own? Should you just give up? Probably not. That's why we're here to help. Through a series of easy steps, savvy advice, and positive reinforcement via cat videos, virtual baked goods, and other coveted rewards, College Essay Academy will help you transform your blank screen into a thoughtfully crafted admissions essay that you can confidently send to the school of your dreams. But first things first. Why should you care about this particular collection of 500 to 650 words? Where does the essay fit into the scheme of the college application as a whole? Do admissions officers even read these things? And even if they do, what can you accomplish in 650 words? In short, does the college essay even matter? Before we get to any of these burning questions, let's take a look at the admissions landscape over the past few years. Unless you've been recently woken from a cryogenic freeze applied in the 1980s, you're probably aware that the college admissions game has become increasingly competitive. Generally speaking, what this means is that more students are applying to college than ever before. Millions of students hailing from all over the world apply to schools in the United States every year. Because of this steady uptick, the acceptance rates at the country's most elite academic institutions has decreased dramatically in recent years. It's become the new normal for top schools to log admissions rates of less than 10%, and some Ivies have even reached the lower end of the single digits. The students who do get into the colleges of their choice use all the tools at their disposal, including the essay, the one element of the college application you can affect in real time. But if you want to cook up the best college essay in town, you have to come to the kitchen armed with your best ingredients, a killer recipe, and a resilient spirit ready for the occasional improvisational exercise. The college essay has the potential to represent not just who you are and where you've been in your journey to college, but who you might become both on campus and beyond. For this reason, the college essay can be an epic weapon in your arsenal, as convincing as a magic mirror, as sharp as a samurai sword, and as endearing as an entire basket of kittens. Admissions officers love kittens. So, here's the awesome news. Mastery of this assignment gives you a distinct advantage in the admissions game. And while it may seem daunting at first, the college essay is totally conquerable. So where does the essay fit into the overall application? While the essay is a potent piece of the puzzle, it is important to remember that it is but one of the crucial components of your college application. There is also the transcript, which is undeniably one of the most important factors in an admissions officer's assessment of any applicant. Even this pretty straightforward index of your achievements is evaluated based on a complex combination of characteristics, including your grades in advanced classes, the strength of your curriculum, and, of course, your GPA. Then, who doesn't love to look at some standardized test scores, the measurement of how well a student can memorize vocabulary and apply a contained set of concepts and equations after eating a good breakfast and trying not to puke from anxiety? Next come teacher and guidance counselor recommendations, which provide admissions with outsider views on a student's drive and personality. The lovely people deciding your academic fate also review a detailed list of your extracurricular activities. Hopefully that 4 years of bird watching paid off. The point is, Before admissions officers look at your college essay, they know your legacy status, if you have one, the names and ages of all your siblings, if you have them, your class rank, and your family income. By the time they get to your essay, they probably even know your dog's name and your shoe size, and maybe even your dog's shoe size. These are all things that, no matter how good a student you are, tend to overlap with the life circumstances and accomplishments of your closest competitors. What admissions doesn't know before they read your college essay is what it would be like to spend time with or talk to you in person. Would you immediately launch into an impassioned dissertation about the last episode of your favorite podcast? Would you point out cool facts about the constellations? Would you notice the opal on your admission officer's finger because you're obsessed with gemstones and make jewelry in your spare time? What motivates you? What are your passions? Your future goals? Your weird obsessions? Would you bring a positive attitude to campus? How are you going to contribute to the community? This is your chance to show them how you think about the world and what's really important to you. The college essay also provides your one and only opportunity to speak to admissions in your own voice. You need to use this window to showcase your personality and highlight how you are different from the competition in a way that is highly personal. Doesn't that sound so easy? Don't worry, we're going to help. There's an interesting side effect of trying to dig around and come up with a subject for your college admissions essay. Weirdly, if you do it right, the essay writing process can help you get in touch with who you really are as a person as you hone in on some of your educational, professional, and other life goals. At first blush, your experiences may seem to fall into the same buckets as everyone else's. Things I accomplished in my after-school activities, where I spent my summer vacation, why I love Beyoncé. Sorry, that's one of our defining characteristics. You could be tempted to discard valuable ideas as cliched, even though a new perspective on a well-worn subject can actually make for a fabulous peek into your truly fascinating world. Guess what? You're motivated. You like a challenge. You're ROFL funny. You really, really like cats. Oh, right, that's us again. For this reason, among many others, one of College Essay Academy's main goals is to transform the college essay writing process from an exercise in self-torture to an exercise in self-examination and personal discovery. Okay, fine, you're saying. I get it. In theory, the essay is important in the context of the application. But do admissions officers even read these things? Let's indulge in a brief thought experiment. Imagine you're a college admissions officer. You're pumped to dig into your pile of new applicants. You're jazzed to see what this year's batch of students has to bring to your academic community. Oh my God, you're responsible for reviewing over 1,000 applications per season. You realize this shakes out to about 40 applications per day. You need to flip through 8.5 of these babies in an hour. This gives you about 7 minutes to review a student's entire application and about 2 to 3 minutes to devote to the college essay. You regularly spend more time scrolling through top 10 lists than you do reading a student's college admissions essay. You spend more time each day daydreaming about what it would be like to walk with dinosaurs, you really like dinosaurs, than you do on one student's personal statement. It's a good thing each student has spent 6 months pulling 650 words out of the depths of their souls, polishing each phrase to a high shine so you could spend more time opening a stubborn bag of potato chips than you do on each of their college essays. No one said life was fair. What does this mean for you, dear applicant? What it means is that you have less time than you ever imagined to capture an admissions officer's attention. It means that if you're going to make an impression with your carefully crafted words, you better make it fast and you better make that mark deep. It means that your college admissions essay better be at least as entertaining as a clip from your favorite YouTube personality and tastier than a bag of Stacy's pita chips. It means that you better put in the effort to make sure your admissions essay breaks through the noise and hits admissions officers where it counts. But where does it count? How can you make an admissions officer feel all the right feels about you as a candidate? Again, what can you really accomplish in 650 words? There are a few things you should specifically be aiming for, and all of them are easy enough to accomplish. First of all, you want to make yourself memorable. In advertising, the idea of making yourself memorable is called branding. Celebrities often call it star power. What it really boils down to is finding something about yourself, your experiences, and what you have to offer to the world that is effortlessly recognizable and easily recollected. What will make you stand out in a sea of similarly qualified applicants? If a group of admissions officers is sitting around the decision table all looking at groups of students with similar GPAs and activity lists, what will make the one reading your essay grab your application, stand up and say, "Take her! Take the dancer who choreographed her presidential election! I want the trapeze artist with the fear of heights. Don't forget that hilarious soccer player with the gnarly feet." An admissions officer should be able to easily recall details that are emblematic of your personality and that are representative of who you are at your core. Your essay should also tell admissions something they don't know. You should use these essays as an opportunity to say something that hasn't been said. This is how I feel about this thing. This is what is important to me. This is what I value. Maybe you talk about the bonding that occurs in morning car rides shared with your mom, or your nerdy love of experimenting with model rocket ships. Wouldn't it be fun to detail your all-consuming allergy to processed foods? We're so sorry about that, by the way. Or maybe compare your talents and inner qualities to your favorite sports cars. The students who are most successful try to reveal something to admissions officers that they would not be able to find on your transcript. And this doesn't mean you can't write about something that already appears on your activity list or in your academic report. What it means is that your essay shouldn't be about the mission of Habitat for Humanity or even what you did in your community service hours for the organization. Rather, it should be about how your experience with Habitat for Humanity changed your life in a real and compelling way. What unexpected experience did you have there? How did it make you a more complete and interesting person? If you can't tell a story that is personal and revelatory, you should consider looking elsewhere for a topic. Your essay should put your personality on display. Are you studious and curious? Are you sensitive and brave? Are you determined? Are you funny? Are you hungry? Have a donut. These qualities should shine through in your final essay. No matter the topic, an admissions officer should feel like they're getting a giant slice of you in there. Family members and friends should be able to recognize your voice. A good test is to think, would it be weird for anyone else to put his or her name at the top of my essay? If so, you're on the right track. Your essay should prove your value as a community member. As a member of a higher academic institution, your talents and skills and qualities don't exist in a bubble. Admissions wants to know that you care not only about furthering your own education and realizing your own potential, but also that you will contribute to the larger community. This is why themes like generosity, sincerity, and self-reflection are so important. Schools want to know that you will have a positive influence on those around you and that your gifts will be shared with the other great minds they choose for your graduating class. Finally, your essay should showcase your basic writing and storytelling abilities. Obviously, not all of us are going to be professional writers, and schools will probably expect higher quality writing and storytelling from their aspiring English majors than they will from, say, their aspiring engineers. But in a world where people increasingly communicate using the written word, even if it's predominantly through email and text, it is crucial for students to have mastered the basics of writing and storytelling. And, spoiler alert, all of you will have to write in college. Still, this is the easiest demand to meet. Find a story that is memorable and one that naturally exudes authentic personality, and good storytelling will follow. Attention to detail and solid proofreading, which we will cover later in the series, will take care of the rest. So, to review. Does the college essay even matter? Yes, it's your one shot to really sound off about who you are and what really matters to you. Where does the essay fit into the overall application? It allows you to showcase your accomplishments beyond your transcripts and test scores and speak to admissions in your own awesomely distinct voice. Do admissions officers even read these things? They sure do. But the amount of time you have to capture their attention is about as short as the arms of a T-Rex. What can you accomplish in 650 words? A lot. You can show admissions officers exactly how you'd fit into their school community. You can make yourself truly memorable by executing on a powerful concept. But before all that, you're probably going to have to wake these people up with a high-octane dose of your amazing personality. But College Essay Academy, how can I make sure my essay has the impact to make me stand out from the crowd? Well, that's what we're here to show you. Over the course of the next 9 lessons, we'll teach you how to do everything from brainstorming a winning topic to adding in the details that will help bring your personal story to life. Stick with us. We've got you covered. Now that we've introduced you to the basic ideas behind the college essay, it's time for you to meet Grayson. Grayson is currently a student at Cat Prep in New York City and is about to start the competitive admissions process with the hopes of securing a spot at the esteemed Meow University. Over the course of this series, we'll be checking in with Grayson to see how he's approaching the college essay. We'll examine everything from his brainstorming process to his complete responses for a number of different prompts. Grayson is awesome. Even at age 5, which is when cats go to college, just FYI, he has had a wide range of experiences worth writing about. So have you, just FYI. He also happens to be a particularly self-reflective feline, which doesn't hurt when you're trying to approach an assignment like the college essay. At the end of the next chapter, you will get to read Grayson's first college essay. But until then, please enjoy this video of Grayson speaking French with his friend Eugene as a reward for finishing Chapter 1.
Bonjour.
Oui, oui.
Croissant?
Merci.
Fromage.
Très bien.